In the kingdom of Eraloon, where the sun dipped low into glittering blue waters, there lived a princess unlike any other princess, Mirella. From the day she was born, the ocean had loved her. When she took her first breath, the tide rose unusually high, as if welcoming her. When she giggled as a baby, tiny waves sparkled on the shore. And when she learned to walk, the sea curled gently around her feet, like a whispering friend. No one understood this strange bond, not even Mirella. She only knew one thing when she stood near the water. She felt something inside her calm, like she belonged to the sea more than she belonged to the castle. One quiet morning, when she was 7 years old, she sat on the sand playing with seashells. As a wave brushed her hand, she heard it. A whisper, soft, delicate, calling her name, Mirella. She gasped. She looked around. No one was there. The voice had come from the water. She leaned closer, and the wave brushed her again, warm, this time almost alive. After that day, the sea spoke often, never clearly, never loudly, but she learned to listen. She could hear the laughter of dolphins far away, the sadness of a broken ship deep beneath the waves, and sometimes warnings. The ocean told her when storms were forming long before the skies darkened. She grew up keeping this secret, afraid no one would believe her. Years passed. Mirella grew into a graceful young princess, gentle and thoughtful, spending every sunset by the shore. But one year, the ocean changed. It grew restless. Its waves turned sharp and cold. Fish disappeared. Storms rose without warning, violent storms that shattered ships and flooded villages. People began to fear the sea. But Mirella felt something else, pain, deep, desperate pain coming from the water itself. One night, as thunder boomed and the sea roared, she stepped onto her balcony and whispered, trembling, "What's wrong? What are you trying to tell me?" The ocean heaved upward, almost like it was trying to reach her, and she heard the whisper again, but this time it wasn't soft. It was crying, "Mirella, help." Her heart froze. It wasn't just a storm. Something was terribly wrong. The next morning she told her mother, Queen Lyria, that she needed to go to the cliffs alone. "The sea is dangerous," the queen protested. "Please, don't ask me why. Just trust me," Mirella pleaded. Something in her eyes, fear mixed with certainty, made the queen step aside. Mirella hurried to the cliffs. The sky was grey, the waves restless. As soon as she approached, the water surged gently toward her, like a hand reaching out. She knelt, placed her palm on the wet stone, and whispered, "I'm here. Tell me what you need." A wave lifted, forming a shimmering figure, half light, half water, an ocean spirit. Its voice trembled. "The Heartstone stolen. Weakening. I am dying." Mirella swallowed hard. She had heard legends of the Heartstone, a glowing gem that kept the ocean alive. Without it, the sea could collapse into darkness. "Where is it?" she whispered. The spirit pointed toward a distant black cave beneath the deepest waters, guarded by a creature of shadows. Mirella felt fear creep up her spine, but she stood tall. "I'll bring it back," she said. The ocean rose, gently cradling her like a mother carrying her child. The water flowed beneath her feet, lifting her across miles of sea to the entrance of the coral caves. Inside, the water was cold, dark, silent, but she could hear its faint whispers guiding her deeper, left, toward the glow, closer. After a long passage, she reached an underwater chamber lit by eerie blue light. There, floating at the center, was the Heartstone, glowing like a trapped star. But she wasn't alone. A shadowy creature formed from darkness itself rose before her. "You should not be here," it hissed. Mirella's voice shook. "Why steal the Heartstone?" The creature snarled. "When the ocean weakens, fear grows, and fear feeds me." It lunged at her. Mirella stumbled back, terrified. The ocean surged up, forming a shield around her, but the creature ripped through it. She fell to her knees, heart pounding. Then she heard a whisper, the ocean spirit's voice, soft but clear. "Mirella, use your voice." She didn't understand, but somewhere deep inside, she felt it, a rhythm, like waves, a melody her mother used to hum. She stood slowly, closed her eyes, and began to sing. Her voice trembled at first, then grew warm, gentle, soothing, filled with the same magic the ocean had always felt from her. The water around her began to glow. The shadow creature shrieked, shrinking back. Her song filled the entire cave. Light shimmered, the darkness dissolved like smoke. Finally, with one last soft note, the chamber turned still. Exhausted but determined, Mirella reached out and lifted the Heartstone. It pulsed warmly in her hands, almost like it recognized her. The ocean carried her back to the cliffs, and the spirit rose once more. You saved me, saved the sea, saved every life connected to its waters. Mirella placed the Heartstone into the waves, and the entire ocean burst into brilliant light. Storm clouds faded. The water calmed. Sea creatures returned to the surface with joy. The kingdom awoke the next morning to peace, the sea alive again. No one understood why the storms stopped or how the sea healed overnight, but Mirella knew. She walked along the shore, the water glowing faintly at her feet. Fishermen swore, the waves bowed toward her. Children whispered that she was blessed, and sometimes, when the night was silent and the moon hung low, she still heard the ocean whisper, "Mirella, thank you." For she was not just a princess, she was the girl who listened when no one else could, the girl who carried the ocean's secrets in her heart.